Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. In today's video, I'm going to explain how to customize the SharePoint list toolbar buttons with the list formatting. Now let's get into the actual video. In the SharePoint list and the document library, you can see there is a command bar which is containing some default buttons like add a new item, edit it grid view, undo, share, copy link, export forms. Some other commands also present in this overflow command bar, right? Same in the document library, also new, upload, edit in grid view, and some other commands present in this overflow command bar. So this is the command bar, and the context menu is like for particular item we can able to see all these buttons which are present in this context menu. Now sometimes you might get required that you want to customize this command bar. For example, in this document library, if I click on this file, you can see there is a share option. If you want to hide this share button so that users cannot share this file, in those cases or new it is there, right? Some end users have any knowledge on this document library and SharePoint, they might get confused about what is this new. So that time if we want to change this button name or hiding this button, so to achieve this one, there is a official website that you can see command where customization syntax references they have given. For accessing these buttons we need the key. So here they have mentioned all those keys for all the buttons present in this command bar. For example, here you can see new is there, right? To access that button with a small new within the small single quotations, if we provide, this will access that button. Same for new folder, new document. So here you can see, right, folder, document, all these things. These are the keys. And open, share, copy link, download, rename, all these buttons, there are some keys. And recently they have updated some of the buttons. So those things you can see over here. The updated keys they have mentioned. And then these are the some of the properties what we can perform. For example, hide. If we want to hide any of these buttons in this command bar with this property, you can simply hide that button. Then text. So if we want to change this add new item to some other name, for example, new item, create new item like that. So with this text property, you can easily change that one. And then this is the title. So what this title will do is when I'm hovering this one, nothing is showing, right? So, and here you can see add a shortcut to this folder to OneDrive. So one tool tip came, but for some of other commands, it is not coming. Only for this one, it came, right? If you want to give that type of tooltip, you can use this title property. With that, we can add the tooltip for each button and then icon name. For example, in both of the list and document library, so this edit grid view, this type of icons is there. For undo this icon, share, copy link, this type of icons are there, right? If you want to change those icons, we can use this property icon name, and then we can update that icon for that particular button. And then this is the primary button where we can use. Okay, for the primary in this document library, you can see new it is there, right? This is the primary button, so it is highlighted. And here add new item is the primary button. So if you want to highlight like this for any other buttons, we can use this primary property. And then position. So with this position, we can change the buttons position. For example, this edit in grid view we can keep here, and the forms we can keep here like that. If we want to change the button's position, we can use this property. And then there is a section type. So that section type is nothing but by default we can able to see these many buttons only. So this is present in the primary section. And when we click this one, some other buttons are coming, right? This is the overflow section. So in this overflow section, when we click, we can see some of the buttons. Now, if we want to change the buttons from overflow to primary section and primary to overflow, we can use this section type property. And then there is a selection modes. For example, when I click, by defaultly download button is not there, right? If I select multiple items, then I can able to see the download button and delete button. So by defaultly those are not present. So in that way, if you want to display any other button controls based on the selection, you can use the selection modes. So here three types of selection modes are there: no selection, single selection, multi selection. So these are the properties. Now we will see some of the examples on this one. Okay. So the first example we will see in this SharePoint list. When I select an item, you can see there is an edit button, right? We will rename this one to update item. For that, I have written the code already. This is the JSON code. So here you can see command bar props, and within the command, I have provided the command name, which is the edit. So key, we need to mention that edit button, and the text I'm going to change it to update item. And this title we already discussed it when we hover on that button to display this message. So I am copying this code now. Now click on these all items, and when we click on this format current view, you can able to see advanced mode. Click on this one. So by defaultly some code is there. We will just copy this one and provide here. Okay. After pasting, just click on save. So it is updated. Now when I click on one item, you can see the edit button is changed to update item. And when I hover on this, open this item to update the details. The tooltip also coming. So this way we can rename the button and we can add a title for this button. Now we will see how to hide a button control in this command bar. Now we will hide this share button. For that I already written the code. So here you can see command bar props. So within these props, we can mention what are the properties we need to hide. For example, hide key, all these things are there. And commands is an array of JSON objects. Within that only we need to mention the code we want to customize. So I will just copy this code now, and I will replace the existing code with this one. So now click on the save. Let me go back to this one. So I will select an item, and you can see there is no share option, and I will also check in this one. So you can see right in the overflow section and in also the primary section, we are not able to see the share button. So this way we can easily hide one button in the command bar. So now in this example, we will see how to hide the delete button based on a condition. So if I select any item, you can able to see this delete button, right? Even though if I select multiple list items, I can able to see this delete button. Now what we will make here status column, which is having the columns like approve, pending and reject. So we will make this delete button only visible to the list items if it is having the status value is pending. So if I select the SharePoint list item which is having status is pending, then only the delete button will be visible. And if I select approve or reject buttons, then it won't be visible. To achieve this one, I already written the code for that. So here you can see the key property I took as a delete button. So it will access that delete button. And then for the hide property, I gave on condition. So this hide property is taking the values as a boolean, right? So in this condition, I have mentioned if the status is not equal to pending, then only it needs to visible, and otherwise it should be false. So let me copy this code, and when I go to this currently, replace that code with this one. I have provided the same it. I've done one mistake here. Just remove this comma. If you want to provide any other properties, then only provide comma. So after key, I am mentioning the height. So there I am providing the comma. Now the view is saved, right? Let me click on this one. You can see in the command bar primary section and overflow section, I'm not able to see the delete button. Even though if I am selecting these three items, still I can't able to see the delete button. So if I selected this pending one, you can able to see the delete button. I will select this one. So it is not hiding. And then for the reject one, we will see. So you can see there is no delete button visible for these two particular items. This way we can conditionally hide a button in the command bar. And we will see one more example now. So in this editing grid view, you can see this icon. It is like a table format, right? Now change this icon for this button control. For that, I have already written the code. So here you can see key property. I have taken editing grid view, and then for the icon name, I have just provide edit table. So this icon will become for that editing window. Let me copy this code and go to this format current way. I will just replace that entire code with this one, and let me click on the save. Now view format is saved. You can see Previously, this is in a table format. Now in edit in grid view. We can also check. I have opened another SharePoint list. So this icon and after updating the icon is also changed. So this way we can easily customize the command bar buttons by using these properties and that formulas. Thank you for watching this video and don't forget to subscribe our channel.